Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. Cheers to you all. Welcome to the first Earthworks Hub live podcast for 2025. I hope you all have a wonderful and prosperous year. Don't forget to use some of those points that I highlighted last week about setting goals for this year, because you don't want to just float through the year. You want to make sure that you've got some goals and you're going to achieve stuff. I'm Ivan Orlovic. I'm your host for this Earthworks Hub podcast as usual. Earthworks Hub is the only hub that you should be watching, and the only hub your missus will want you to be watching. But thank you very much for joining. And tonight, to kick off this year, we're going to have two special guests. So I'm going to have two guests on here. The first one, I'm going to have Aaron from Definitive Contracting on here. He's going to talk about maintenance matters. So we're going to go back and do a maintenance matters segment. And then on top of that, we're going to start our new segment, which is marketing matters. So to help me along with that, I'm going to have Charlie from Little Bear Earthworks. You might have seen him on a few weeks back. He comes with a bit of marketing experience, so he's going to give us a few pointers. So we're going to try and regulate these and do them more regular. So I'll have marketing matters, maintenance matters, and like I promised, I'm going to also have mental matters and money matters coming up. So make sure you always log in here, and we're going to have a lot of good discussions that can help everybody out, especially if you've got a business in the earthworks industry or any type of business. All this stuff will come in handy. But yeah, I will invite the guests on, because I might as well get them to jump on straight away and join me. Give me 1 sec while I invite my guests. Hey, how you going? Little Bear.
Good, mate.
Little Bear Charlie's here. How are you, man?
I'm great, bud. Happy New Year and all that sort of thing.
Yes, Happy New Year to you as well. I was just saying, I wonder if Aaron has realised, because he's in Queensland, so they're on a different time frame. Hopefully he knows or realises that we're at 8 p.m. Melbourne time. He usually knows, because last time we discovered that, so hopefully he knows. Anyway, what we can do, if he doesn't jump on in the next minute or so, we can start with maintenance matters. Marketing matters.
It won't be very good if I do it.
Yeah, maintenance? No, maybe not. Yeah, true. We need the master. Yeah, the master.
100%.
All right. So while we're waiting for Aaron to join, I'll just do a quick shout out to all my sponsors. That is MOBA Australia, the Network Finance Group, Bole Group, Melbourne Tractors, Spartan Machinery, Nexgen Landscapes, JR Safety Co, Digga, Godings, Earthmoving Warehouse, and now Plastube and RecordTime. So thank you to all those guys. And also don't forget the affiliates, Too Savage. You might have seen some of my glasses ads. Everyone was giving me stick about those. and also Hard Hat Watchers and Telesin. So yeah,
I've seen less suggestive OnlyFans posts than you on that motorbike.
And of course wearing my wife's shorts. Yeah, I heard all that. Oh man.
Hey, if you got it, bro.
Hey,
if you got it, you got to flaunt it, bro. Those legs.
That's man.
If digging doesn't work, bro.
Yeah, man. Just only fans, huh?
Yeah.
Only diggers. I don't know. We'll make it something anyway. So yeah, thank you to all my sponsors and all the guys. Actually, speaking of Telesin, you might have also seen I did a quick little ad for a new little neck holder that I got from them. That thing is amazing if you want to do point of view stuff. So if you want to film yourself while you're operating, and that little neck holder is amazing. Your phone, the magnet's so strong it doesn't fall out. So it's actually a really good idea.
I saw that, man. And I've used some Telesin stuff for like GoPro mounts and things like that. Oh, cheers, by the way, brother, on the hard solo.
That's it. Cheers. Yeah.
I've really liked their products before, and I saw that neck mount. It's interesting because my birthday it's already been in January, so I've just turned 37.
Yeah.
And my beautiful wife bought me some Ray-Ban Metas, the AI glasses. So they've got like a camera here.
Oh.
And so you can actually, because I wanted to do more POV stuff like while I was working, and you can literally, apparently, like they're pretty good, and you can go live on Instagram.
Yeah.
Thanks, Harley. And at least I got a full head of hair, mate.
We've got re-leveled Earthworks here giving some comments. Yeah, giving you some stuff.
Yeah. I know I'm old. Thank you. The POV stuff's really cool. But I think that's some of what in my opinion goes the best as far as like reels and stuff, like little time lapsing stuff. But yeah, POV, like, I know when I'm watching, I like to see sort of over someone's shoulder.
Yeah.
That's my wife aging like a fine wine. Thank you, sweetheart.
There you go. Oh man, that's what I get told as well. Don't worry. Yeah, you know
But
what?
yeah,
Yeah, technology is there, man. So if you've got it, use it. That's right. That's exactly right.
100%. But like a lot of the TikTok stuff that I watch or the Instagram Reel stuff that I watch, Harry's calling me a silver fox. Harry does work for me as well. He's broken his hand, unfortunately, so he hasn't been able to work for me for a little bit. He's a legend, that guy. Thanks, buddy. No, the POV stuff, I reckon it's the best. Like, I reckon, you know, especially if you can go live and you can have like an impossible camera angle.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I'm keen to try the metas. I've got prescription ones, obviously, and I've got transition lenses. So we'll see if I'm only concerned they might get too dark in the shade.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm super keen. But I saw that Telesin thing before you got it. Then you spotted it. So have you used it a fair bit?
Not all that much. I only just got it, so I did it the other day while I was doing some marketing. Speaking of marketing, so I used it for that. But once I get back in the machine, I imagine that'd be really handy because I usually stick my phone on the windscreen, and it always falls off, rattles out of the holder. Gets too hot in the sun in the windscreen, starts to tell me it's overheating. So I'm hoping that
gets you bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope it's going to be a bit of a fix for that problem. Yeah.
No, 100%. Well, I think as well. Like, I use quad lock for all my stuff, but it's sometimes really hard to get a decent mount sat anywhere, and that's why I thought the POV stuff. Like, there's a couple of YouTubers that I follow that drive trucks, and they
It's hard to try and read comments and keep talking. I know the feeling.
From Relevel goes, did I comment from my Mrs. Bear account? Stop flirting, Harley. Harley cannot stop flirting, by the way. And also, no, I don't have a login to her account. That's her account. So no, people do like me. Other than you, Harley. You're not my only one. He's very sweet. Like the POV stuff's awesome, I think, and like being able to, you know, those truckers, they have GoPros literally on their heads, man, and they're like, there's guys in the UK that are doing it, and I'll burn hours watching those videos, just watching the guy drive a truck. Like, I think it's so like interesting. There's a guy, Shane Has Tattoos on YouTube, bro. His stories are the best. Yeah, he's like he's an ocker, and he just. You know, the problem with this is bloody these people. And he had this like full, it's one of my favorite Australian kind of voices. And dude, he goes off with his GoPro on his head constantly. It's sick.
Sometimes that's what we need. I've realised because I just uploaded a POV video yesterday I think, or the day before, and it's already getting heaps of views. Oh really? And I'm thinking all those times where I did like go live during the day on TikTok and all that, I could have kept uploading all those videos. And would have shown people, you know, a good point of view of me while I'm working. But anyway, I'll keep that in mind for the next videos.
100%, man, 100%. Did you want to maybe text Aaron and double check before we jump in anything? Or
you know what I'll do is, you know what, let's start anyway. We'll just start. Aaron, if you're on here, let me know. But if you're not, we'll start with marketing first. Then doesn't matter. There's no real right or wrong way. If you're happy to do that, you're happy to start with marketing.
Absolutely, bro. What were some of the questions that you were talking to me about?
All right. Well, we're going to start.
If anyone's got any live questions that they want to flick to us, definitely chuck them in. I've got a couple here as well.
Yeah. Beautiful. Excellent. All right. So we're doing marketing matters. All right. So
you need a graphic.
The first thing, that's it, man. I need to make like a little intro.
Yeah.
What I was going to talk about is, so I've made a couple of points, so then we can talk about those and then expand on them, and then we can go through some of yours. And to everyone that's watching, we are going to do this on a regular basis. So if we don't cover some stuff tonight, hit us up, like Charlie was saying, hit us up and send through questions during the week, and then we'll put a list together, and then the next time we'll have those to answer for you as well. So this will be a regular segment.
Even just DM either one of us. Like, I had a few DMs after the last one, which I'll answer now as well.
Oh, magic. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about with marketing is very important. It's in two sort of sections. It's your email and your website. So email. Let's go email first. We'll do email, and I know you're a big big lover of the Yahoo emails and Gmails, aren't you?
bro. I swear to God.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Tell us about what sort of email should you have?
so all your social media tags, when you're thinking about naming your business, just at the very start, there's so many people that, like, my first thought was, I mean, mine's Little Bear Earthworks, so it's not like my name or anything like that. So I had a bit of wiggle room if it didn't quite work. But, you know, like, I wanted at Little Bear, you know, on all the social medias, but obviously that was taken. So it had to be at Little Bear Earthworks. And I tried a few different things, but you literally, the first thing you should do when you register your company, like, it's 2025 now, get your domain name. Go to like GoDaddy or somewhere and you can buy a .com.au with you. Obviously, you should already have an ABN as well. Yeah. You literally just register the website, a .com.au. That's your business. It looks so much better, like just so, and it costs nothing. Like it's like less than $100 to get the whole thing set up. You don't even, like, I didn't have a web page for the first 18 months, I think. I finally got one built, but like it's so secondary. People don't really care about the website. Like a lot of it, if they don't know who you are, they're coming to you on social media. So on social media, make sure you have all the tags, like the same tags. So I can just say, if you want to follow me, I'm at Little Bear Earthworks, just everywhere.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Same with you, at Earthworks Hub. Like that's all you have to say. And then there's nothing, I don't want to like be mean, but like when I see a car, and they've paid for signage and it's like, you know, ABC concreting at bigpond.com. I'm like, you've literally proofed this. You've spent $20.
Yeah.
If you're not sure how to do what I'm talking about, call me. My number's in my profile.
Yeah.
And email me or whatever. You can get it so that you on the GoDaddy website, which is where you buy like the domain name, you can make it just send all your stuff to basically Google's admin suite, which is like Google has Google Documents, Google Drive, Gmail, all that sort of stuff. And you literally log in on a Gmail account. But when people email you, it's like, so my email, charlie@littlebearearthworks.com.au, I literally, it looks for me using it, it just looks like Gmail. Like it's so easy to set up. It's so simple, but it just makes you, like, it doesn't make you more professional, but it like not having it makes you look less professional. Do you know what I mean?
No, I
think
it
won't improve your business, like, but it doesn't hurt at all. I think because it's so easy, I think that's what pisses me off the most.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do.
So I think what Charlie's trying to say to all the listeners is, try to avoid having one of those free emails like a Yahoo
at Gmail
or
at
Hotmail.
Yep.
Hotmail, all those, because it doesn't make your business look professional. And I had a Yahoo email for a long time having my business, until somebody actually similar to Charlie came in and said to me, "Hey man, you don't have a website, and on top of that, your email is just like generic." And he said, it doesn't look very professional. It doesn't make you look like you're big. It's like a little backyard on. And even though that's what it might still be, I might be a backyard business, but you can also make your business look a little bit more professional. And like you said, the website and email are linked. So in order to have an email, to have, like, for instance, earthworkshub.com.au, you need to have a host or a website, or you have to have your
own the domain name.
That's
exactly. But,
so you got to have that set up.
$20. Yeah.
That's it.
You know, and actually what you just said, it's like, it doesn't, it won't change anything at all. But like, if you're putting business cards together, it looks like you've just that, you know how like the little 1%ers matter in jobs so much?
Yeah.
Just that little extra bit. Like if you go above and beyond a tiny bit, that's the thing. Like people go, oh, they've actually got like a domain name and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, they've actually got like a work shirt. Oh, they've actually got like signage on their cars. Like, it's not important, but it just makes you look like, I don't know, you can look just like a bit of a hobbyist, or like you're just dabbling in it. And for the sake of like, it's that easy to do, I just think it's so like a no-brainer.
Yeah, exactly. It takes it away from being just a little side gig to actually being your business, and that's what you do.
I should add too, if you have a .com.au, you have to have an ABN to register that. So if people know that, then you'll have that extra level of credibility, because they'll go, oh, well, you had to have an ABN to register that domain name.
Yeah. And Mr.
My wife just summed it up. Yeah.
So Jared saying makes it seem more legitimate for the layperson. Yeah, exactly right. So yeah, someone comes in and they see that, they're going to go, oh, this is a professional business. And going back to the website, so you can get like, you know, domain through, just for instance, GoDaddy, and then they give you a free one-page website that you can build on your own. It's very simple to do. That's how I started. Very simple to do on your own. Just a one-page website saying your business name, who you are, your contact details, and you put a couple of photos of work that you've done, and that's free. You can do that, and you can have that up. And first thing people do, and I do it myself, is when I see a business or someone comes to me and gives me their card, whatever, I go to the website. So the first thing I do is just check if they've got a website.
Or even just Google for like Google reviews. Massive level of like, I guess, consumer trust comes out of that.
Yeah, yeah.
You can see that they're like, okay, they're talking to people. They've got like, what's your email, Getty?
Having a dig, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, not this again.
God damn it! Every single time.
Every time, man.
I'm sure it's a very professional email. They are they're a professional outfit, so they've probably got at diggaled.com.
Yeah, true. Well, that's what it is. So for example, what we're saying is, instead of having like you know, Earthworks Hub at yahoo.com, you're going to actually have like info@earthworkshub.com.au. So your business actually looks a lot more legit and professional, because it's the first thing that I do, man. I look at people's websites straight away to see
100%.
You know, who they are, what do they do, and they're the people that I like to see pictures of what they've done, and they're similar to social media, which we'll get to in a sec as well.
Yeah, right, and the Google My Business page is a really, really great resource. Like it obviously adds that legitimacy. I mean, obviously, you know, anyone can have one kind of thing, but like obviously if you've built, like you said, if you've built reviews, so as my business account, because obviously to have a Google My Business, you need a Google account. So everyone looks at Google reviews. I personally like, so if I work with another, like, so I had an electrician work for me, I said, hey man, I'm going to leave your Google review as my business. So if people want to look, like, businesses reviewing other businesses is actually like a really powerful thing as well, because it generates like a bit of third party authority, going like, oh, that's not just like someone who's not in like the construction industry. That's actually someone who might be, you know, who might know a bit more than the average person. Like, I probably don't, but people might think that. You know, and that was the other point I wanted to make. Perception is reality. Yeah. So like, if a lot of my, and we'll talk about this on social media stuff, but I always say we and us, but it's just me. Right?
Everybody does that.
Yeah, no, because it's such a smart move, because if you say I, you only look like a person. But if you say we and us, you have a business, you have an identity as a business as well as yourself. And I think if people, like, I get evening, mate.
Evening. Holland Earthworks has joined. Yeah.
I just feel like when people sort of find out that it's just just me, they'll go, oh, we thought you might be a bit bigger or something like that. And that's good. You want people to think that you're a bigger established business and stuff like that, because, you know, maybe that helps them make a decision on purchasing, or maybe that helps them with a bit of comfort to, you know, I mean, it's quite like daunting to have somebody come to your house and do work if you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll tell you a funny story, man. A mate of mine taught me this. He actually, speaking about that, he's got a small family business, and I won't say which one it is because it seems like a massive business when you look at it, but they've got a small family business, and he's got his mum doing all the paperwork, taking bookings and this and that, sister doing all the background paperwork, accounts, dad helping him out, work doing the on the tools and getting guys out on the ground. And he goes around, and when people say to him, are you the boss? He'll just say, well, like, if he's at a job site and something's going wrong, he always says, oh, I'm just going to go talk to the boss. Or if someone says something, he always says, oh, you got to ring the office. And then they have to ring, but it's actually his mum that answers. So
that's so
people
good.
think it's a mega business, and then he'll say, oh, you got to take that up with the accounts, man. So he doesn't actually personally do things on the spot with people, and he reckons that makes things like the perception that it's a massive business, and then people don't stuff around as much. Like, they don't try and make things personal. They're like, oh, okay, I'll just call the office. And then his mum answers and then just says no anyway. But I don't know, it's just things like that. Like, little perception things. Yeah, and I always thought, oh man, you can't do that. But when I watch how he does it, it's like it just happens. It's just natural.
I think as
And,
well, it's also like a good division of labor. Like if he's not doing all the accounts and somebody who's better at accounts is doing the accounts, even if they're working for him, he should say, I don't know, talk to them.
yeah,
You know,
that's it. That's
I'm
it,
not
man. That's
good
it.
at that shit. Talk to the person who is good at that I pay to do that. Like I don't do my own tax. I have an accountant. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Exactly
know. I have
right.
to ask. You know?
Exactly.
No, that's
And
a good. He's smart, bro.
yeah, and the good thing is they're family. So obviously, I don't know how it works with paying and stuff like that. But if you can afford to get them to come on and they're not costing you anything and they're doing it for you, well, that's a bonus, man.
Oh, look, good people are worth everything. You can get a good team behind you. You just talk to anyone who has to, travel as they manage. It's the team. Having a team you can trust is huge.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right. So the first thing we spoke about was email and website. So in brief, try not to have one of those generic Yahoo, Hotmail, Gmail accounts as your email. Make sure you try and set it up as yourname.com.au, and you do that going through like a GoDaddy or a Winx. Is it Winx or the other one, or those other ones they've got?
Yeah, you can do Wix. Look, there's a million of them, but at the other side of oh yeah, that's true. My wife's just chimed in on what we just talked about. It can help with any rupture/repair. Example, if they're happy with the work that's been done, but they have an invoice dispute, if it's separate from like me, they can call the invoicing people and
yes, that
100%.
is exactly she's
adding a bit of distance in between you and the problem. Even if you are dealing with it,
because then they're not going to try and make it personal with you on site and argue with you and this and that. You just say, I don't know, man, you got to talk to the office, and then
starting from tonight, my wife's going to handle all my invoice dispute. Actually, probably not. She won't take any shit from anyone, and she'll be really mean.
That's what you need,
she's protective. She's very protective.
Yeah, that's what you need, man. That's what you need.
What do you want?
Yeah, and she's vested in it, so she has to do it. That's right.
Yeah, that's it. The only other thing, just real quick, it made me think about this. When you are making your business name and stuff like that, it's so much like less important what your business name really is.
Yeah,
like a lot of people are like, oh, it has to be like. So my name's Charlie Jarrett, so I could have said CJ Earthworks. I think there already is one, but I could have said Jarrett Civil or whatever I wanted, and that's the only thing it could be. But if that's already taken, like, do something else. Like, like look at like every brand, like massive, like what's the brand that you had with the neck thing? What's that called again? Telesin. Like, what does that mean? There's not even a word.
That's right.
Right? Nike, whatever. Like my business name, Little Bear Earthworks. Like it doesn't really mean anything, but then you find out my son's called Teddy and blah blah blah. Yeah. But it literally is just bullshit until you make it a thing that is good, right? Like it doesn't matter. So I always say to people have contacted me a bit about this, and I say take the time, think of like some things that are really important to you and your partner and your business partner, or you and your life partner, and go, maybe can you name it something that's like that, like something cute that you can have a cool logo, like, or that you can tell a story with it. It's not just blah, blah Earthworks or blah, blah, and then take your time, get all those things lined up right at the start, because then when it is massive and you've got too many clients, you can't change it. It's too late.
Yeah.
If you get it done right, and this is the big thing that people say, oh, I've already got this email address and everyone knows it. I understand that. I really do. But if you just for the next 6 months, like don't close the last one, but just change your email address. All your old invoices that come to blah, blah, blah at Gmail, just reply from, info@blahblah.com and say, this is our new email. People just update it. Like it doesn't take very long. It'll take you 6 months to a year, maximum.
Yeah.
But it is hard. Like once you've got it up and running, you can't really change much at all,
What's your opinion on the name? So is it better to specify one thing? Like, for example, you got, Little Bear Earthworks. Is it better to have it like that so people know you're doing Earthworks? Or do you, like I made Eagle One Industries. That was that's my business name for excavating. But I made it Eagle One Industries because I thought I might do something else. I might not just do excavating. So I tried to make it generic. What's your opinion on that, man? Like, is it better to actually write what you do in your business name?
That's a really good question. When I first started, a good example, when I first started Little Bear Earthworks, I saw online that other people had written their services, like on their utes. So my first signage was like, it said like augers, trenching, site clean, blah. Like I had like a list of services. But when you're driving past, You know, it's like, oh, it's like no one's going to see, you know, all this stuff, you know. So once I'm bigger, and that's why. So my merch now, it doesn't even. So it says little. So it always says the Little Bear Earthworks at the front.
Yeah.
And my t-shirts at the back say Little Bear Earthworks. Like, so there's a bear and then a Little Bear Earthworks underneath. But all my merch stuff just says Little Bear Big Results.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't say Little Bear Earthworks. And that's because I've started to develop a business identity where people are starting to recognize the Little Bear and go, oh, you've got that logo. Like, I had a guy in Bunnings text me going, I just saw your car in Bunnings. Can you come and give me a quote?
Yeah.
You know, like, it starts to become a thing.
Yeah.
And but what I would say about the Earthworks Industries, whatever, if 100%. Holland Earthworks, I believe you're right. You have to catch the eye of the people and rope them in. Absolutely. Like, you need to be eye-catching, and probably they're not going to read the Earthworks or the Eagle one. They're not going to read the Industries. I would like, for a signage and an aesthetic point of view, I'd probably say like Little Bear and then Earthworks underneath. Yeah. So if they look at it, they're going to go, oh, that's what you do, Earthworks or Industries, whatever. But I think if you're starting out in this day and age with social media and the internet and everything like that, I think you really do have to have some kind of clear definition of what you do based on keywords, based on keyword searching. Like, if people are looking for Earthworks in their area and that's in your business name, you know, I think, hang on, my wife's gone off again.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. She's saying they're definitely pros for both.
Comment, that's all.
Yeah. So she's saying, if your niche, if you got a niche thing, then it's helpful to say what you do. So, example, you know, rock walls, or, you know, retaining walls, pools. You know, you can have pools in if that's what you focus on. But then if you're a generic, if you do a whole bunch of stuff like I did, then it gets a bit harder. Yeah, because you don't want to generalize what you do. You know what I mean? So
I would see that and raise it. Yeah. So I agree 100% with both sides to this, but I suppose I agree 50% to each side. But based on less is sometimes more, boys. What Holland just said, I would say you can start with, say, Little Bear Earthworks and then just drop the Earthworks later and just say the Little Bear Group, right? Or, you know, if you change from Earthworks to landscaping, like Little Bear Earthworks, you can go Little Bear Landscaping. Like, no one's actually going to notice or care.
Actually, you're right. You are absolutely right, because now every time I turn up on site, they're like, "Oh, Eagle One's here, Eagle One." Everyone says Eagle One.
I get Little Bear all the time.
Yeah, so
I get Charlie Bear, Big Bear, Little Bear. It's the same. Like, I'm at the quarry and they know my truck. They're like, "Hey, Little Bear." Like, over the radio, and you know, like, you just start to build that little identity. You know. Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, and there's plenty of companies out there that just have like a brand name. Like, you've got to think of it as a brand name, not a description. However, when you're starting out, I will go back to saying it's good to add a service in your title name when you want to talk about Google SEO. You know, when you want to talk about like social media searches, when you want to talk about like general just ad copy and stuff like that, when you can only have a limited amount of characters in your ad copy. If you're good example. So ADM Civil and Landscape has just said my name says both. It's true. If we search all of that, it's there. And then eventually when you get huge, you can just have ADM. You just drop it off. But at the start, when you're begging for scraps like I was, just trying to get any job, I want someone to be like Google, they saw my car say Little Bear, they look it up and it says Little Bear Earthworks. You know, I want people to sort of do that sort of thing. You know, like Ali's saying, from re-leveled, it helps if you want to divide it into certain divisions. That's true as well. 100%. But like the Cotton On Group, they own like 50 stores, and they don't say like, you know, typo by Cotton On. They just say typo. You know what I mean? Exactly. So like, you don't have to carry over your conglomerate name.
Exactly.
Anyway, sorry, long-winded answer.
No, good. So let's go back. So I wasn't going to cover this one tonight, but you mentioned, you know, the Google business page. Tell us a little bit more about that. I know about it too, but just for the viewers that don't know about making a Google business page, tell us about it and like how you go about it and the benefits of having it. Okay, if you can.
So they call it the Google My Business page. Yeah. So if you think of the name, what are people going to do when they want to like learn more about you? They're going to Google My Business, right? If you don't have a Google page set up, you'll have all your you can literally upload pictures to it. You can customize it, have all your hours, all your services, your areas that you service, all that. You can then go into doing, maps, like, so your business can do reviews, but most importantly, you can ask customers for reviews, which is just huge. Like, I'll take reviews over like almost any other kind of marketing sometimes.
Yep.
But the Google My Business page, the biggest thing is it adds, well, we can talk about that separately. Where if you Google a business that don't have a Google business page, massive sketchy. Yeah. Immediately massive sketchy.
Yeah.
Like, if I Google any brand, I don't care what brand it is. I don't care if it's like we keep going back to Telesin, obviously they're not dodgy, but if I Google like a phone brand and they don't have a Google My Business, I'm like, why don't they have that? Yeah. I think the big thing as well is with Google My Business, you're at the mercy of your reviews. Like, you can't really moderate. It's really hard to take down a negative review, even if it's bullshit, even if it's just someone trying to target you. So you're basically going up there going, yep, here's my business, and you can freely say whatever you want about it, kind of thing. So, if a company's hiding their Google My Business profile, I immediately, in the back of my mind, might start thinking, oh, do they have shit reviews? Like, is their product total bogus? Does it not work? And they just have so many bad reviews, they've just taken down the Google My Business.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing that. And there's more and
free,
more.
Yeah, so
it's free. Yeah, it's free. And they also, I think they can give you like a QR code that you can give to people to scan, and then they can go in and do the review. Is that right?
So not only that, like, if you literally have a Google My Business page, if you Google get Google review link, like, there's websites, there's hundreds of websites where you can literally just do it. I have it just copy pasted into my notes. I even bought off, I think it was like Alibaba or Temu or somewhere, these little NFC cards where you NFC, not NFT, NFC cards where you tap someone's phone and it just it's like a credit card, how you tap a phone. It just opens the website straight to my Google review.
Yeah.
So you can do all of that sort of stuff. I think making it as easy as possible for somebody to find you and learn about you and locate you and review you and research you is the best thing ever if you're not dodgy.
Yep.
The only people that don't have that shit is scam artists, basically. Or, like, you want... Yeah.
Or they don't know about it, or they don't know. Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean,
so one or the other.
If they don't know about it, fine, okay. I'll pay that. But, if you don't know Google...
Well, for anyone that listens to this, if you haven't got one, then that means you're dodgy. Yeah,
I'm gonna start auditing everyone and just tagging them. They'll just be like dodgy list.
That's it, man. That's it. All right, no, thank you. Thanks for clarifying that. So that is your other option. So you got emails, websites.
Yeah.
These are all marketing ideas. Then you got your business, Google My Business page, and they've got apps as well. So you got a My Business app, and you can have multiple businesses on there. So that's all good.
Because he's dodgy. He doesn't.
Is that
my wife doesn't have one. Yeah, my wife is quite dodgy. That's fair.
Yeah, all dodgy people, I tell you. We deal with some dodgy ones.
Bloody hell. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, the next one.
Hey? Just real quick. The website is not important until later. You don't have to go first on that, but just go so hard on social media first. Yeah. And get your email and all that, and get your website like parked. You don't worry about building it if you can't afford to straight away. Even if it's free and it's easy, just that. I didn't have one for ages. Like, focus on social.
Yeah. Well, that is my next point. So I was going to say leverage your social media platforms. So this includes Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or your TikTok, everything, all the social stuff. You can YouTube. You can use all that to leverage your business. And build your clientele from there. Build your brand awareness so people can see you. So, what are some of the things? So, apart from people say, "Oh, just post videos, post photos, this and that." What can you tell us about how important it is to leverage off social media?
I mean, there's so many really, really, really important reasons, but one thing I would say is and I'm guilty of this as well. Like, consistency is massive. Like, I've had a bit of a hard few weeks, working through the break. I broke my toe on Christmas, I think. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually broken or not, but it hurts a lot. I've got a difficult job that we nearly finished, and I'm just sort of grinding. But, pardon me, the best thing that works is consistent posting. And the other thing that's the cheat code is like selfie videos, getting your face on your business, putting your identity out there and making it like a much more relatable thing. The social media thing is a massive, massive boost for businesses. Like, if you just look at Facebook, like, the demographic on Facebook is 30 to 50, right? The Instagram is sort of like I guess like 20 to 30, and like the clock app, TikTok, that's doing, teens to 25, I guess.
Yep.
LinkedIn's more professional. Like, so I don't really post much on TikTok. I don't really mess with LinkedIn, just out of laziness, honestly. Like I'm doing okay just with Instagram and Facebook. So like, I'm not trying to grow, like, I've got a partnership with them. Yes, I do have a partnership with Moja. It's such a weird thing. It's just like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I think Getty's just trying to mess with me tonight. Love
Yeah.
you, the whole thing about the social media stuff, like, yeah, look, you can get sponsors and stuff like that, but you can't, like, you got to think of it this way, like, we're not in a massive industry. You're not going to be an influencer, and if you are, you're going to be one of like 3 in the world. You're not going to make any money. Like, that's not why you do it. You do it because maybe you can get deals on stuff. Maybe you can help people get a discount on stuff. Maybe you can, more importantly, like, I'll go on a podcast like this because I might get a few more followers, and that's good for me. And you want me on the podcast because potentially I might have some interesting shit to say. Like,
that's it.
And that might help you. So it's like, just, that's the whole thing with, I don't know, with social media. I just find that everyone says that they don't have time to do it, and that's true. But if your competitor has time to do it, then you're screwed, right?
Yeah.
So I think I've said to people many times, like, if you get people taking photos, like, even if you're not on site, like, people take photos, just bank a few of them. Or, I've got a few mates who do videography. Like, I had a reel, if you look on my Instagram a couple of weeks ago, Accomplished Media, a mate of mine, Chris, came and did a reel, and like, it doesn't cost that much money. You just have the boys out there it probably costs less than a day's pay for your business. Like, and if that can lead you to like one more job, it's paid for itself. That's how I think about it.
Yeah.
But they'll leave you with like a couple of reels, a bunch of photos that you can post for the next, like, maybe 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
If you're not posting that often,
Yeah.
So, but like, there's always ways around the time for excuse.
What sort of things should people be posting, do you reckon? So this doesn't have to be just people that have got a business. So this is for guys also that are interested in just getting into social media. So there's a lot of guys that just do digging and don't actually own the machine. They just actually show how they operate, show different things. So 100%. Yeah, this can relate to anyone. But we do sort of focus on guys with businesses. But what sort of things should people be posting?
I honestly, I just think about, when I go online, if I want to look at like Earthworks stuff, what content do I want to see? Like, I don't, like, personally, I quite like seeing time lapses. So it's like, okay, well, if I like seeing that, other people might like seeing that. So then, just, it's pretty simple. Yeah. Like, you just think about what you want to see. Like, I've done the more authentic stuff that I've posted, like, everyone's posting wins. If you post some mistakes, or you post like some shit days, or you talk about your mental health, or, you talk about like, just, you're really pissed off because it rained too much and you can't work, or like things that don't go right, you made a mistake or whatever, everyone makes mistakes. Like, everyone has shit days. Like, people will connect with that. So like, if it's a social media sort of battle that people are having because they don't know what to post, like, something's not always better than nothing. Like, I'll agree with that. But if you're doing like, not the just stupid, cringy blokes in Stannies taking lids of beer bottles with, see, okay, well, honestly, Harley just said, like, something that does go off, like, really crazy diggers doing non-digger shit.
Yeah.
Like, you see people do it, like, there's a lot of clickbait and, whatever sort of methods that you can do it. But I really find that authentic posting, and then just saying, like, here's what we're up to today. It's like an online diary, and you just try to treat it like, your accountability, and, you talk people through what you're up to. As far as posting stuff, like, just what do you stop? And when you're doom scrolling, what stops you? Like, if everyone takes the next week and just like thinks about why have I stopped and look at this sort of stuff? Yeah, that's a good one as well. Yeah. Third world country digger hacks. Yeah. That's a really good one. They're going down like the cliffs on 30 tonners. Yeah. Yeah. Just like everyone like has the same sort of like thing that they like to see. Yeah. And I definitely know that there's things like, even with stories, like, if you are clicking through stories and you're not really watching them, like try and sort of give yourself a self audit. Like, why am I skipping this? Why don't I care about this content?
Yeah.
And then if you've stopped and watched a whole reel, why did I stop and watch that whole reel? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, because we don't actually sometimes think about that. Like, why did I stop and watch this video?
You
So
never think about it, eh?
yeah, no, we just stop and do it, but we don't actually think about,
Yeah.
hang on a minute, I could be posting stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a good point. That's very, very good. All right. What about, so the next thing I was going to say, well, we were going to talk about, so stickering your equipment and vehicles. So I think there's some positive and negatives in stickering your vehicles. I think with the machinery and that, obviously they're right because they stay on site. People know who, which machines are yours, and it also gives people a perspective on what you've got. But also, it can be negative. Like I heard in the beginning, I was really, really debating on whether to sticker up my trucks. And somebody actually mentioned it to me once and was taking off his stickers and said, I'm taking them off because I have so many people ringing me up. Oh, you've just flicked rocks all over me. Oh, you've done this, because your number's all over your details are all over the truck. And he got sick of getting all the phone calls. So he actually said, I'd rather just be a white truck on the road that they can't remember who it was if something happened or whatever. I don't know. Just that's one negative I've heard. And that also prevented me from ever stickering my trucks. So I did all my machinery, but I never did any of my trucks. What's your opinion on stickering your vehicles and your machinery?
I mean, I have probably paid for maybe 4 windscreens because people have called me, and I just go, okay, I'll just pay it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm positive that I didn't break them, but like, what do you do, right? Like, and I know I'm not the only person that's in that position, clearly, like your mate.
Yeah.
Some people are just dickheads and they'll do that. But you know what would be interesting? An Instagram story saying, here's what's just happened.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, I've got a tipper that has a really long bin. That's a billboard as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I think I know we missed a comment from Relevel from Harley before, which is I've stickered all my vehicles, so if I road rage, it's pretty bad. I've got to be careful who I like flick the lights at or beep at.
Yeah.
Because that's you're one road rage away from a bad Google review. When you're doing that shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's rad. I think especially if you can get cool designs, especially if you can do different things. Like I've seen some amazing wraps coming out of like North America and Europe. There's really cool stuff people are doing. I'm probably gonna wrap my skid steer is getting wrapped soon.
Yep.
The taxman has only one view on this. Yeah, he's bang on there.
Yeah.
Free vehicles if they're advertising vehicles. We'll buy a caravan and put Little Bear on it as well because it's a side offer.
That's the one.
Yeah, just wait for my accountant to text me like, I'm watching this, you dickhead. Like,
my caravan is a mobile offer, so yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that's right.
I might work within 100 Ks, but like I hate driving home.
Yeah, that's right.
Because of all the windscreens I have to keep buying, so I need to. I need to stop driving my truck. I think sticker everything. I encourage people to sticker everything they've got because it's different. Like, talking about like, different machine brands and stuff like that. Like, I know you and I have discussed this before, Ivan. Like, the customer has no idea what brand your machine is. Like, no one cares.
No.
So, and unless you got like a Spono deal from, a manufacturer, de-sticker it and put all your shit there because the only thing I want my clients to see is my business name and my number. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. People take photos of the truck and the business, whatever. I just want that on there.
Yeah.
I don't care about giving anyone free advertising unless they're deserving it or paying for it.
That's it, man. Exactly right. It's not like you're going to be showing off, your symbol, your brand name of the machine. You'd rather take that off and put your name all over it. Exactly right. Because the neighbors will see that. They'll be like, oh, there's Little Bear. He's working next door. I might go and I'll Google it to get his number. Exactly. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly right, man.
100%. Yeah. With my new Ray-Ban Metas, I can be like, hey, what am I looking at? And it'll Google it for me.
Yeah.
When I've got my smart glasses on, and like. Yeah. If this is like where we're all going with everything, the quicker, like I had a friend of mine who's got kids and he said he was talking about like lowering the clothesline so his kids could hang out the clothes because they're too short, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, why? And he's like, you've got to make it as easy as possible for them to do the hard things. And I was like, that's really true.
Yeah.
Make it as easy as possible for people to find you.
That's
Make it
exactly
as easy
it.
as possible for people to contact
Yes.
you. You know, if that's what
Yeah.
you want, if you want people to contact you and find you,
Yeah.
and you don't have an Instagram full of pictures of stuff that shows that you're competent
Yep.
and you're creative and you do cool shit, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
100% right, man. That's your stickers on your machinery and that is your advertising,
Yeah,
basically. One thing,
It's like a billboard.
yeah. Well, I found out on civil sites they actually prefer you to have. A couple of civil sites they told me I had to have signage on my machines so they can tell who's doing what because you know, if you've got all. Yeah, so if you've got all the same machinery around, then they also made me sticker up my ute because they said we can't have a ute on there with no stickers because it's not considered a business vehicle unless it has stickers on there. And if there's an incident, if there's an incident, they say that their insurance or whatever or public liability or whatever won't cover you because it's not an actual business vehicle unless it's stickered. So that made me sticker my vehicle. Yeah, man.
And you know what, as well, for people who don't have dedicated business vehicles, you can get magnets as well. Like it looks chat, but like if it's better than nothing, probably.
Yeah, and you can get a little sticker on yellow flashing beacons and stuff nowadays, the magnetic ones.
All magnets. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it. Can I tell you a little story? I don't know if I don't know if Aaron's going to join us. Aaron, are you on here? I think he might have forgotten, man, or he's definitely thinking it's 8 o'clock Queensland time. But we'll just continue on anyway. But he'll have to come on next time. What I was going to let me tell you a little story on. I might get myself in trouble here, but one of my old work utes, I actually gave one of my old work utes to my dad, and so he drives that around, and I still haven't taken off the stickers off there. Terra Pro, loves my stories. So I haven't taken off the stickers yet off that, so I've still got my old business stickers on there, and he drives it around, and then one day I get this email from someone, just letting you know that we've seen one of your workers doing something disgusting at a shopping centre, didn't return the trolley back to the trolley bay. And I was like, okay. Someone emailed me for that. And I was like, okay, can you tell me what the person looked like? Jail. Yeah, and then they're like, oh, it was an elderly man. And I was like, oh, that's my dad. Oh, my gosh. So I had to ring him up and I was like, Dad, please, man. People are watching you. He's got stickers on the ute. People are still watching. So please just do the right thing, man. He's like, it's a bloody trolley. Who was it? I was like, I don't know. It was just some rando. And,
who was it?
Yeah, he's like, tell me who it is. Yeah, he's like, I'm going to go there.
Where do they live? Shut up, Dad. Just do what you're told.
I was like, please. I said, I've got to take those stickers off. And I haven't done it yet because I haven't had a chance. But he still drives around with the stickers. So who knows what else he's going to get me in trouble with, I'll tell you. There you go. So they can be detrimental. You know? No, I was going to say, the stickers can be detrimental. They've got to be careful.
Oh, I agree, but I mean, look, there's good and bad to everything. Like, if you don't have stickers, then you know, are you doing dodgy shit? Like, there's a lot of fly tipping going on with trucks now, and a lot of like, especially in the Macedon ranges, like a lot of people are just tipping shit like all over the place, and it's gross, man. Like, and it makes all of us, like, all of the truckers look bad when truckers do bad things, right? Like,
oh, are you saying, what is it not good to dump stuff on someone else's block? Oh, I thought that was okay. Yeah.
In Melton, you can take it to any block in Melton. That's fine.
Just dump it. Yeah. No, if there's no fence, just go in.
It's already a dump. That's fine.
Yeah, take it there. Yeah, it's a shame, man. It's a shame people do it. It's bad. Yeah, like you say, it's giving us all a bad name. Yeah.
But that's the thing. If they're you know, doing stealth trucks, then I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that it makes you look dodgy, but maybe people will think that, you know, like if you don't have work shirts, if you don't, you know, there's a level of like, you've got to have a uniform and you've got to have, you know, you've got to be represented in what you're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Re-leveled Earthworks is saying that's why I gave my nieces, nephews and friends, kids, my work tops so they can run around daycare centers. That's true, man. It's free marketing. Exactly right, man. Free marketing.
My son's got a t-shirt that says I am the little bear, and it says Little Bear Earthworks on the back.
There you go, mate. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. And what about, tell us a little bit, so that's another one there. So basically, stickering all your equipment, your trucks and that, and you can decide whether you want to do your truck or your ute, but it would be a good idea. The other thing is, what about paying for ads? So, for example, on Instagram, you can boost some posts. You can do pay per click, or you can do like little ads or sponsored ads, whatever they're called. What's your opinion on doing like some little paid ads, and what are the options?
Okay, so remember how I said before, like if you don't have time to post stuff on Instagram, but your competitor does, then like you better as well, right? Like if you're like, oh, I don't want to do Instagram. But if your competitor's doing Instagram, like, you kind of have to at least compete.
Yeah.
If you're not doing the marketing, someone else will probably be buying up those, spots for marketing. Like, whether it is traditional marketing, like bits in a newspaper, whether it's, sponsored ads, whether it's boosted posts, whatever, whether it's Google SEO. Like, I've experimented a bit with Google ads with this current business, and I definitely get a better result using like boosted posts through the Meta ad manager. Like, so not through Instagram, but like Instagram or Facebook, using that.
Yeah.
But if you haven't done it before, I've given this advice before. When you do a post, if it performs a little bit better than anything else, first of all, go back, audit it. Go, why is it doing that? Like, why is that better? Why are more people looking at it? Why am I getting more comments?
Yep.
And then once it's sort of done its thing for a bit, yeah, you can experiment with like just boosting the post, but there's so many, different options, and people get so overwhelmed and stuff like that. That's organic advertising, Harley, buying schooners at your local pub, or maybe that's just trying to get some cute bloke's number or something when you finish work.
Yeah, that's right.
I think honestly, like, there's some businesses out there that are doing 30,000+ on just Facebook a month, that are in our space. Yeah. So, there's obviously companies out there doing millions a year on Facebook marketing and stuff like that. Like, you've just got to think of it like this. If I spend $50, will I get $50 value back? So if I spend, if my day rate, let's just use round numbers. If my day rate's $500, and if I spend $500 on an ad, I've got to get one day's work. That's my brain. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you goose. I bought glasses at the pub that have my logo and digits on them. Oh, that's good, man, because when I drink a beer, I like to read the glassware.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's probably not a bad one.
That's a pretty good idea.
It's not a bad one. Yeah. So relabeled Earthworks. Yeah, relabeled saying, go to the pub and get some glasses made up. They'll have your logo on there.
Little bear.
There you go, man.
Top tip: take a permanent marker to your local pub and write your business name on all the glassware for free.
Ooh, I like it. And then you'll have to do it in the prison cell.
You never have to go there again because they won't let you in.
You can also do it on the wall at the prison cell when you're there, when they take you away. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, you did text me a photo of them, Harley. I'm just pulling your leg, mate.
Yeah.
What I was saying though, with boosting posts. What I was going to say. Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot. You think I probably saw my number on the toilet door? Yeah, but it was right under your number, mate. Yeah. What I was talking about with like, so the Moja, that little measuring device, they cost like $1,300. I have had a few people call me about it. I say, look, if that's going to basically get you like one day's worth of additional work, it's probably a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Like our good friends at Digga, they always say it pays for itself in one job. Okay, so if you can work in the rain and you put a Digga lid on your machine and it helps you for that day, it's worth it. And I don't argue with that. That's fair. People
That's right.
do not spend enough money on marketing. They just don't.
Yeah.
And the reality is, like, so early on, like, I would go to like the reject shop. I'd buy like little toy diggers for like a couple of bucks. I'd have my business card, and if I see a kid that's like looking at the Digga, I'd like call the parent or someone. I'd be like, "Come over here," and I'd give them the Digga. I'd give them a business card, like, "That's for you, that's for mummy, or that's for daddy."
Yeah.
And then they give you the card, right?
Yeah.
You give them the card. There's, that's all advertising money. Like, that's all like the coffee stuff I talked about the other week, where you go put some coffees on. But what people don't do is they don't like see the results from like Google SEO or from Instagram boosting. And the thing is, it takes time to build up. It takes time for Instagram to kind of know who your audience is. It takes time for Google to know who your target audience is.
Yeah.
I would say to everyone, like, maybe chuck $50 this week if you want to play with it. Chuck $50 on like an Instagram boost.
Yeah.
And don't boost it to anyone in particular. Just boost it to like people who like my page or people who are in my local area or something like that. I personally like to just get eyes on me, so I'll try and encourage people to visit my profile, or I don't really boost to try and get messages or anything like that, because a lot of the time the leads are just shit anyway. Like, it's just I'm an Earthworks business. They're like, oh, do you do concreting? I'm like, no.
No. Yeah.
Oh, I live in New South Wales. Can you come and put this trampoline together for me? I'm like, no, not interested. Believe it or not. So I would just try and boost it to like people in my local area, or because on Instagram you can select, or on Facebook I think it is, but you can select a little local area. Try that just as a generic post. Put $50 on it, so like $10 a day for 5 days, and just see what it does.
Yeah.
Probably it's not really going to do anything, but what it's actually going to be doing, like in your brain, it's not going to do anything. But what it's actually doing is it's showing you to more people in your area.
Yeah.
So if I said to you, like, if you go look at your analytics on Facebook, like, I can't screen share, obviously. That would be cool to do that one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I literally go into my ads manager on my Little Bear page and have a look at my analytics, like, you might get, 20 or 30 likes, but you might have been put in front of like 8,000 profiles. And then if you boost that, you boost that post up, that might go to like 5 times that.
Yeah.
And then that might mean nothing. But then all those people that have spotted it, if like 1 or 2 people see it, and that gets you 1 day's work, and all you spend is $50, it's pretty like, I don't know. Oh, night, mate. Thanks for having a yarn.
Yeah, you got on your hole, and thanks for joining us
on the way out.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Yeah.
That's sort of, I don't know. That's my argument to everyone who sort of wants to like think about it. I just go, look, if you could put some money down and it's getting you into some people's sort of purview, and you can see your reach and stuff like that. Like, like in the last 28 days, I've gained, a couple hundred followers. I've reached 7,000 people. I've had 764 post engagements, whatever. But like, I haven't put any really like effort into it. I've had a really quiet sort of last 28 days. I've done a couple of sponsored posts, but they don't necessarily mean anything on what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, all you need is like, 1 or 2 people that sort of lock in and go, oh, a little bit, or
Oh,
works for Plastube. There you go.
Plastube saying it works for him. Yeah, that's good. And welcome as well, Plastube. Yeah, no, it's good. Good point, man. I think using your social media to try and leverage your business and get more work, and that is a good idea. So, and you've got options as well, like you say, you can boost posts, you can pay per click, you can do all those things. So there's different ways you can do all that. You can do Google ads, you can do all sorts of stuff. So there's a lot of options there. And as you were saying, man, even if it's $20 or $50. A lot of people will go and buy TAS Lotto tickets for the week without even thinking about it, and then with the hope of getting something, and most likely probably nothing. Whereas with your business, you might end up getting the next customer that's going to give you a couple of grand profit in another job somewhere. So why not spend that money on boosting in something and try it? Jack Healy,
hypothetically, like if you wanted to buy a day's work, like how much of that day, like would you be willing to pay, right? Like if you're gonna get $1,000, would you be willing to part with $100 to guarantee that $1,000?
Yeah.
Moba's got a good point. If you're using Apple, they do take a cut through the apps.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Do it through phone.
Yeah,
don't do it through phone.
Oh, I never knew that. There you go, Moba. Well done. So Moba's saying, do all your sponsored ads through PC. So is that even through Instagram and stuff? Do it through PC rather than the Apple phone, is it?
Yeah, it's not like they take. I don't know exactly how much they take, but I have heard that.
Yeah. Jack Healy was saying something. A lot of people probably don't market or advertise because they're only a one-man band and can't really handle any extra work. So what's your view on this? Should they still pump? I think you're right. If you are a one-man band and you've already got too much going on, maybe you're better off relying on word of mouth and that, and just staying like that. Or if you're working just on hourly rates and you're just moving from job to job and relying on some supervisors calling you over when they've got work, then you maybe don't need to really spend any advertising apart from your vehicles and stuff, maybe. But
I would argue the only thing that I would say there is if you have no time to do stuff, that's awesome. But if for some reason you run out of work and no one else knows who you are other than that one person you've been working for, then you're screwed. You'll start at zero.
Yeah.
Like if you're working for like 1 or 2 main mobs and then they go under or they just move on and go with someone else and no one knows who you are except a few other people who have also like lost their contracts because that other player that you were working with, like, if you like every time you go to the toilet, jump on your phone, post something.
Yeah, true.
Like, if you're sitting there for 5 minutes, or get up 10 minutes earlier, like I'm not talking about hours and hours and hours. Like it's daunting to think about it. You know, it's like they say with gardening, like it's hard to sort of get started, but it's easy to keep going.
Yeah,
you know,
it is. Yeah, it does take a lot of time, but I have to admit myself, doing videos, doing little posts, and it takes its time. Like I actually sometimes get like worked up, and I'm like, I've got to do a post. I want to give myself 10 minutes to do one, and I'm quickly searching for stuff and trying. And then like an hour later, I'm still there, and then I start sweating. I'm like, this is shit. It's taking up all my time, and I start cracking it, and then I start like saying, that's it, and I just give up and don't even bother because it takes a lot, man. It takes a lot. It does. So for anyone that is doing posts, especially when you're not used to like editing and doing all that stuff, it takes a while, man, to post. So doing them often does take a bit of time, but eventually, I suppose like you were saying, build up a whole bank of like videos and things that you can use and just take little snippets out of them, you know.
I want to talk about these comments in one sec, but back on what you were saying first, it's so hard to run your business as a single person. Like I do all my stuff, right? Like I don't have staff. I don't, like Safety Spotter just said, if you're a one-man band with too much work, think about putting someone else on. Absolutely. But also like I'm in a position where I possibly could, but like that's a lot. And, so there's all that. But you know what you can do? Again, like you can reach out. There's media companies out there that will do all of this shit for you. And it's your marketing spend. If you've got too much work on, guess what else you have? You've probably got money. If you've got money, pay someone to do it for you. And shut up about your excuses. Like, you can still do it. And if you don't do it and everyone else does it, you're going to be at the bottom of the rank. Like, you might be the best Earthworks person in the world, but if no one knows like that you're there, that you're available, you'll never get a phone call. Like if no one knows who you are or where you are, like you're going to get real hungry.
True.
True.
Yeah, Terrapro saying next minute 36 posts a day. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it happens. Yeah, he goes through little spurts. I have those spurts. Sometimes I have like nothing, and then I just come up with like 20 in one day.
Oh, dude, we all do it, man. Like it's like after New Year's, you throw all the crap out of your house and you eat lettuce for 3 weeks, and then you go to Macca's in the 4th week and cry for a couple of days as you realize you know better than last year. But
true.
You go through these spurts, but that's why I'll go back to what I've started saying is consistency. Like you can literally post about, I don't really know what to post, so here's my coffee today. What coffee do people try? Like it seems really cringe, but someone might see it and go, oh, that's cool. Or, oh, this guy also hates social media. I hate social media. I might go look at his profile. Oh, he does trenching. I actually need a guy to do trenching. Dude, I know you got stories for this, Ivan, as well.
Always.
Like, there'll be some dude that you've like accidentally talked to. He's gone, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know he did that. I need someone to blah. It happens all the time.
It
happens.
It happens. It does. It does. No, it's been a really, really good chat. I'm conscious of the time here, and I
was just looking at it.
I haven't heard from Aaron, so I think we might have to miss out on maintenance matters. So sorry, guys. Maybe we'll do maintenance next week. But I want to end on one last very, very important marketing tip, and that's going to be a personal one, and that is listing your business on the Earthworks Hub. I think,
I haven't done it.
You haven't done it. See, you need to. I think a good point for everyone, and I am going to market myself a little bit here, is to add yourself to, and it's free at the moment, so I'm running it free. So there's a free program. You can list your business on the Earthworks Hub, and it's basically a business directory. So I've built a directory for everyone in Earthworks, concreters, everyone, anything to do with Earthworks. So there's a whole bunch of people on there. Safety Spotters, he's on there as well. He's on there. ADM Civil's on there. So civil companies, suppliers, landscapers, anyone, or anything to do with Earthworks or construction. Basically, go on there.
I'm signing in now. I'm going to add my friggin' listing. Stop giving me shit.
Good. Go in there. Go in there. Go in and do it. There's two versions. There's a free one, and there's also another one where you get featured, which means you also get featured on the front page. But that's a paid one. Is
that the one you were saying I get for free? No.
No, that's the one for you to double. Yeah, it's Matrix.
No.
Yeah. So there's two options there, but for now I've put it on for free for the next few months. So it won't be for free. It won't be free forever. So go on and use that while you can. Go on, list your business. There's a whole bunch of categories you can choose from. and you can choose what state you're in and all that. And basically, it means if someone needs a contractor or someone to do some type of work, or they need a supplier, or even a rental company or whatever, they can go on there and search for you and you'll come up. And it's also going to be linked to Google reviews. So
true.
Soon I'm gonna, yeah, so
That's cool.
soon now they've given me the option that I can actually have everyone's business listing attached to their Google reviews. So that'll come up on there as well. So
That's dope. What else are you can you preview any more stuff?
Yeah, so anyone that lists on there also can see stats. So you can go in and look at your own listing, and you can go on and click on stats, and you'll be able to see how many people have viewed your listing, how many people have looked at your website. So whoever's clicked on your website, whoever's clicked on your phone link or whatever. So it tells you all that information, so you can go and see all that. It'll also give you different. It will give you different listings you can do as well. So if you've got a tip site, I've got different listing types. So I've got businesses, tip sites, events, jobs. So if you're looking for work or looking for a worker, you can advertise as well, looking for work.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch of stuff on there. So on the website, if you go on there, go on to sign in, register, and then also just add a listing, and then you can add your business in there. There's already heaps on there. I think there's already 85 businesses on there or something. So
86 now.
Yeah, 86. There you go. So there's a few businesses on there. It's good. And I haven't really marketed it, but this year I'm going to be hitting it hard.
Yeah.
And so you'll be seeing a lot of boosts, a lot of sponsored ads. You'll see a lot of paid ads coming up. That way, I'm also marketing it for everyone that's listing on there. So you're getting free marketing, on there as well. So
you're going to add like contractor spotlights and stuff like that, like where you throw it up, go, oh, here's our spotlight of the month is this guy. Whatever.
Yeah. So what I was doing last year on these lives is I would say anyone that listed fresh on there this week, I would announce them. So every week I'd say, this guy's listed, that guy's listed.
Mad.
So I'll start doing that again. So from next week I'll have I'll announce all the latest listings, and then we can look at something like that where I can say, this is the listing of the week or listing of the month, because we can highlight some of them. Yeah, exactly. That's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea.
Lots of ideas, mate.
The ideas, man. I love it. I love it. The year of the Earthworks hub. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And Moba's saying, and some suppliers as well. Yes, that's right. That's right.
And some awesome suppliers.
That's it. And on the website, you'll see links to all the partners, sponsors for the Earthworks Hub channel. And they give discounts to everyone. So there's multiple benefits of going on the Earthworks Hub website. So make sure you go on there. Actually, speaking of that, I'll finish up with this. I had a competition this week, a giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
The funny thing is,
how'd that go?
Yeah, so actually it's funny. It didn't go that well, to be honest. I'll be straight up. Nobody actually followed through every step. So a lot of people followed. So I got all these new followers, likes, and didn't get anyone actually clicking on the link and actually typing in answering the questions. So all the questions is what suggestions do you have for Earthworks Hub, and why do you watch it? And nobody did it, man. So I had no winners, and they also we're going to win a 3-month trial of RecordTime. So it's unfortunate nobody has done it. So do you think it's worth me rerunning it?
That, yeah. I would 100% workshop that, and just I think definitely rerun it. But the people have told you what the problem was straight away.
They can't be bothered going to the link and typing.
People are lazy.
Yeah,
people are so lazy. That's why they have @gmail.com on their business cards, because they're lazy.
Yeah. I thought that would be. I was like, I know, because I do the same. I have to say, if someone says, "Oh, you got to click on this link and do that," I'm always like, "Oh, it's too hard." And if the price is not that big,
was good. It was a rental. It's an actual. It's got value. It's not. I've seen giveaways personally where I've looked at the prizes and gone, I'm not even going to bother clicking on that. That's just so boring. That's nothing. And they go off. So sometimes it is interesting, but I think you've got to remember, the theme of this a little bit is just make it as easy as possible for people to do shit that you want. If you want someone to do something for you, you've got to make it as easy as possible to do it. People want to be helpful. People absolutely want to be helpful, but they're lazy and they're time poor, right?
Yeah.
If you had a thing where everyone who followed you, if you maybe messaged them and said, "Here's the link," was the link clickable in your bio, or was it just on the
On the story, yeah, on the story, but on the actual on the basically it tells you to go to my website, and I had a link there. So you just got to go onto the website, and the link's there. You just scroll down, and there's a whole.
So
I've got a whole ad for it.
Add the link to your bio. So go to my bio, click the link. It's right there. Don't I have to, alt tab out. I've got to like open a new browser. I've got to type in Earthworks Hub. Like that's such a big deal.
Yeah.
People are that lazy, man. Remove frictions and steps. Humans by nature will take the easiest path in front of them. Yeah, 100%. Shane from TerraPro. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like people are inherently lazy, and that's okay. But they're also people are busy. I'm not shitting on people. I'm just saying like people are busy and they get. The other thing is people forget, man. Like people don't have a reminder in their thing. So maybe if you wanted to do that giveaway and see that was a really great way for you to get some feedback potentially. Maybe the move is if you do it again, you send them the link in their inbox. Every new follow that you get, you go, hey, I've noticed you just followed me. We're running this promotion. If you want to go and click this, you'll be in the chance to win $500 worth of stuff. Yeah. And then it's there in their inbox, and they've probably got more chance of checking it when they, go and do a poo or something later and they scroll through their phone.
Yeah. True.
I know that's crass, but I say to people all the time, if you're having a shit, post something.
Yeah. No, it is. That's my time where I do zero. That's what I'm doing on my accounts.
Reconciliation.
That's my reconciliation time in the toilet. Okay.
Yes.
That's it. Nah, it's good.
Yeah, we all do that.
Yeah. That's it. Now look,
people told you, man. Like people will tell you. Like if that was their barrier to entry, and that was just too much, and it's and they're not. They probably also. It's funny. You can win something just by being the one person. Yes. Do it.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
And probably people went, I can't be bothered. Someone else will win it.
It is. Yeah. No, you're right.
Genuinely.
It's the link, man, for sure. The link. I also thought it might be because not everybody wants to use RecordTime, or not everybody has a business that follows me. So they might say, I don't really need it, so they don't want to do it. But at the same time,
it's free.
It's free, man. They could just do it and say, I don't want that.
I don't want to do it. Yeah. Yeah. I saw you say that, like in the, if you win, you don't have to use RecordTime. I was just like, don't say that. Just be like, look, the winner gets this. Yeah. If you don't want it, piss off. Like,
that's it. Yeah, that's it. Because I thought that might be it too. I thought, maybe they, maybe they don't want it, or they're like, I don't have a business, I don't need it, so they're scared to try. But
it's not because they hate you. It's not because they think you're shit. It's literally they're lazy or they're busy. Yeah, that's all 100%. It is. But it's a good test though.
Yeah,
definitely.
Definitely. All right, I'll have to rerun it this week then. Time. Yeah, that's it. Share it, man. Share it. Now, look, I really appreciate you coming on and giving us all this advice. I did have some more stuff I wanted to talk about, but let's do that in the next session. So we're going to do these segments regularly. So thank you very much for coming on, and I look forward to you joining me again.
My pleasure, man.
That's it, man. That's it. Have a great week. It's a bit warm in Melbourne. I'm like absolutely sweating in this garage. I've got no aircon in here. I am dying. So I can't wait to get out. Oh man, I gotta get one in here. I have to get one. Barry, thank you for joining us from the other side of the world, Barry, as well. That's it. All right. So now, look, I appreciate your time as well. Aaron, if you are on, I'm sorry, man, we haven't got time to do maintenance matters now, but we will do it next time. Maybe we can do it next week or during the week. We'll see what happens. Thanks very much, Charlie. I wish you all the best for this week and for the whole 2025, man.
And you, bro. We'll catch up soon anyway.
No worries, man. No worries. All right, to all my listeners, make sure you are following me on all the socials. Like, subscribe, share the shit out of it. Go onto the website, list your business, sign up if you want to list your business on there. If you need to find a tip site while you're working, go on there, and there's a whole bunch of tip sites on there. Or if you know of one, go in and put it on. It's all for free, just all there to help each other. Thank you very, very much. Have yourselves a great week, and I'll talk to everyone on the next episode. Thanks again. See you, Charlie. Take care.
See you, mate.